Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. It is another brand new season, another brand new area, which is this oval here, and another brand new car. Because this week for 20 points you can get yourself the Lamborghini Huracan STO. So for this absolute Italian machine, we of course have our 5.2 litre V10 pumping out a wonderful 630 brake horsepower and 416 foot-pounds of torque, and this thing weighs just a shade over 3,200 pounds, currently sat at 3,239. As for the looks of it, it does look actually rather interesting from the back. It looks kind of a little McLaren-esque if you ask me, but from the front it looks like the Italian supercar that we are all used to. Going to the inside, well, it looks just a little bit like an updated version of the Huracan. Of course, it looks more like it's got the digital dash from the Lamborghini Cyan. But of course, our first look at the car would not be complete without hearing how it sounds, so away we go. So, bringing this wonderful thing over to the upgrade shop, let's jump into conversion. And we've got a few engine slots available apparently. We've got the 6.5 litre V12 and the racing V12, which if we were to equip that, it would take this thing straight up into S2. And apparently we can also go ahead and either twin turbocharge this thing, or we can go ahead and throw a supercharger on this thing, taking us over 1,000 brake horsepower already. Now apparently there's a little bit of aero at the front. We can go ahead and throw on a new style of Forza splitter because I don't see a tow hook for once. And there is no option to remove or replace the wing. However, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and make this thing into a S1 race build. And we're going to go ahead and see just how it fares out on the track. And the best bit is the front and rear aero are both adjustable. Going to paints, we actually have some advanced paint groups. We've got paint group number 1. What is paint group number 1? It is the main body of the car. And paint group number 2, what are we looking at here? Let's see, that is the secondary. That actually kind of looks cool already. Which should mean paint group number 3 might be the roof? No? Oh! It's this tiny bit down here. Yeah. Is that? Does it paint anywhere else in the car, or is it literally just the side? I think it's just the side. Now, while the paint we've got looks pretty good, we of course do have some manufacturer colours. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ones. I actually really like that white and blue. And also on this particular one, I believe the design has changed slightly where it says STO. But honestly, it does look pretty cool. But I think for this race, we're going to keep it in this paint. I can hear the Italians screaming at me already. And away we go. It's a little darker for this race, so I'm kind of very glad that I painted my car in the horrendously bright colours that it's in. But let's go ahead and see if the grippy little thing can go ahead and keep its grip and maintain itself throughout this race. Because to start off with, we're already a little bit sideways, but come on. Never mind, we were going to go ahead and try and get past fourth, but this thing, it had a little bit of a moment, shall we say. And on the brakes, come on, let's get past the Camaro. We can get past the Camaro, move! Alright, there's first. Come on, we can get past them. Excuse me, can I just, let me pass? Thank you. Oh, that's a ball. Oh, they're close. They are really close. They are really close, and they're very angry. Oh, God, run away. 95%. We're nearly there. Come on, just one more turn to go. And come on. That was close. Very close. But somehow we managed to end up with the first place with a time of 2.3 minutes. Or 2 minutes point 3? I don't know. We did good. That's what I'm going to say. We did good. So after a very interesting race, we're going to go ahead now and put this thing to all-wheel drive. Again, sorry Italians. And we're going to chuck in the 6.5 litre V12, which I believe is the Aventador engine. And of course we're going to twin turbo it, because we're going to try and make this thing a drag build. Which means we say goodbye to the front aero. To be honest, we probably didn't even need it in the first place. Well, here we are now with a lot of horsepower. Do we really? No, we really don't. Yeah, really. So here we are now with the Huracan STO, 1,500 brake horsepower, an Aventador engine and twin turbos. What could go wrong? Well, away we go and find out. Hopefully we don't find anything wrong, but let's go ahead and see what we can do through the camera. I feel like the aero is kind of weighing this thing down, because I feel like it could have been a little bit quicker, but whatever. 210.81 through the camera and 235, sorry, off of the edge of the drag strip right there, and a better set of brakes than every one of my previous cars has had. Before we move on, here's what we've got in the wet season Forzathon shop. We have got the Lotus Elise GT1, the Windows Tada car horn, we've got the Extreme E yellow race suit, and the Audi R8 V10 Plus. And now we're going to find out what this thing's top speed is. So we're going to set this thing back to stock tires. And of course, we're going to go ahead and take out the off-road suspension and take it back to, again, stock on that too, because stock was race suspension apparently. And now we're going to go and find out what this thing can really do in terms of top speed. So here we are now over at the edge of the motorway with our wonderful looking Huracan STO. And away we ST go. That was a terrible pun. I'm not sorry. And out of the speed zone at 266 miles an hour, and we are already going so much faster than that. But let's go ahead and find out what we can do downhill and through our local speed camera. Speaking of cameras, there we are, 272, and going down here we're getting quicker, 274. Can we get 275, or is that asking a little too much? Alas, it was asking a bit much, but 274 out of this thing is insane, and we essentially just have machine guns for exhaust at this point. So I never pointed out, this thing actually started out on semi-slick tyres from stock, but can you imagine if you can just put street tyres on this thing with that amount of horsepower? That would be insane. Like, seriously, I'd be scared of that. However, for now we've got the second best. We've just got this thing on some drift tyres, because of course you know what time it is. We're going to go ahead and take this thing drifting and see what it can do. What it can do currently is hit the edge of a bridge, which is not brilliant for or after, but this thing really isn't too slidey at all. I mean, to be fair, this thing was made for the track, not for the drift track. That made no sense. Or it could be me forgetting to do this bit entirely. Either way, let's go ahead and see how this thing does for round 2. Hopefully we can make it back without spinning or hitting the wall this time. What do we get out of this thing? Anything good? 34,000. Not too bad, but not fantastic either. However, welcome back to... I bet you thought the video restarted for a minute. But no, that is it for this video on the Lamborghini Huracan STO. Thank you very much for watching. This is honestly a fun little car, and I definitely recommend that you go ahead and get one of these for yourself. But yeah, I think I know how I'm going to spend my next, well, rest of this entire week. I'm going to be driving this thing. But I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and Tech out. See ya! Okay, can it drift a bank turn?